Welcome back to my guides and tutorials. So today what we're going to do, we're back out of the van. I'm going to try and remove the roof rack off the top of this van. It's a Rhino rack. I don't know if you've noticed it on any of my previous videos, but it's quite poor condition. It's needing all cleaned up and it's needing some repairs and painted. I think during the fact that we're going to have some winter months ahead of us, it's going to be quite wild and windy. I think it's the best chance to get the rack off the roof, get the roof all cleaned up, get the rack all cleaned up for next spring, and at such time then we'll refit it and put the roof box back on. But for now it's just a wee guide on removal of the Rhino rack. So here we are, here's one of the Rhinos on the rack. You can see how bad the roof's looking. It's needing a damn good clean. But here's one of the sections. I don't know how I'm going to repair this. I think we're going to try and fill it with weld. We're going to see how bad it is and see if it's able to be repaired. But we'll have to get it off first and take it from there. As you can see, I've got the can of WD-40 out, so the fasteners and that are just here. We've got one at each end of the brackets. Counted the bolts earlier on, 20 odd bolts I think we've got to do here. So we'll get this all lifted off and it'll give me a chance to give the roof of the van a proper clean. Right, so I've got the bolts out of here and then I've got the bolts out of the adjoining section. So basically it's all ready to be lifted off. I've test lifted one side of it. I think it's going to be a two-man job to lift it off the roof. So I'm just waiting on an assistant to come and help me, and it's just a case of lifting the front section off. So in the meantime I'm just going to continue taking the bolts out. So it's 10 mils there and it's 13 mils at the joining section, so it comes off in 3 parts, which makes it easier to lift, I suppose, because there's quite a bit of weight, like I say, in just the front section. So I would imagine if you try to take the whole roof rack off in one go, it would take certainly more than 2 people. So we'll leave it there. I'll get somebody to help lift it off and we'll do a conclusion. Okay, so I've had some help with that. That's the roof rack actually lifted off the roof. You can see the roof's looking quite neglected. Although I've cleaned the rest of the van, having the roof rack on there, the top box and the wee solar panels and that, I've never actually cleaned the roof, so there's a good opportunity to get this all polished up nice and tidy. And one thing I will say to people that have got roof racks on, so these wee parts of the van are where the rack mounts to, and on these roof racks there's meant to be like rubber feet. So there's rubber feet on most of them, but there was a couple of them had perished and obviously had fallen away. So the vibration that I was getting was actually from the rack going through the metal of the mounts. So if you're getting a vibration noise that you can't actually pinpoint, that could actually be one of the causes. If you've got a roof rack mounted, check that the rubber feet are in situ, so you're not getting that noise that I was experiencing. So yeah, that's my top tip of the day. So kind of cold day out here to be working on the van, so I'm going to wrap it up there. I'd just like to thank you all for watching. If you've made it this far, please like and subscribe. I'll keep adding content to the page. Thanks very much. So welcome back today. We're back out at the van. What I'm going to do today is try and get rid of the roof rack. Well, say try and get rid of it. No, stop.